guys, in a short while we are going to start our live stream. Just give me 2 minutes. Okay, welcome to our live stream. Today's live lesson or revision lesson is still, we will be doing revision lesson in algebra, okay? And I'll be focusing more on quadratics. So the questions that you will see from this PowerPoint presentation is more of quadratics, okay? You know that quadratics is always ax squared plus bx plus c, okay? So what are the questions that I have prepared here? I have prepared 10 questions to answer. It might take us a longer time this time, but at least you will be learning a lot from this one. Okay? So please, whatever you will be learning today, consider them as something that you need to remember, because if we keep on forgetting things and our retention is very poor, then there's no sense of doing live stream like this. Okay, so revision lesson in algebra part 2. Yesterday I have a revision lesson in algebra part 1, wherein I have given mixed questions. Today I'll be focusing more on one topic in algebra, which is quadratics. Okay, so what is the first question? The first question is factorize u squared minus 9u minus 10. Basically, if you want to factorize this, I can use mental math. Okay, and I'm going to ask myself, what are the factors, okay, of negative 10, okay, that when I add, it will become negative 9. Okay, what are the factors of negative 10? When I add, it will become negative 9. So how will I do that? Okay, I will just basically think of two numbers that I need to multiply. It should become negative 10. Okay, or 10. You just think about that 10. Okay, and when you subtract those two numbers, it should become negative. It should become 9. Okay, so think of two numbers. I'll put first here u and u. Okay, u and u means u times u is equivalent to u squared. Have a u squared there. Okay, what are the two numbers that I need to multiply? It can be 1 times 10. It can be 2 times 5. But see, okay, you have 1 times 10 is 10, correct? 2 times 5 is also 10. But you will notice that it is a negative sign over there. It is a negative 10. Okay, so one of those numbers should be a negative and one of those numbers should be a positive. Okay, and when you add those two numbers, it should be negative 9. Okay, if I put 2 and 5, 2 times 5 is 10. But if I make negative 2, if I make 2 as a negative, negative 2 plus 5 is 3. So it cannot be. Or it can be, this will be positive and this will be negative. 2 plus negative 5 is negative 3. So it cannot be also. So I will not consider 2 and 5 already. 1 times 10. 1 times 10 is 10. But if I add the two numbers, negative 1 plus 10, it will become positive 9. So it cannot be. So this should be negative 10. Negative 10 plus 1 is equivalent to negative 9. So I got it. So it should be 1 times negative 10, which is negative 10. So I'll have now negative 10 and positive 1. Okay, so the answer here is u plus 1 and u minus 10. Now, Mr. Mars, can I use my calculator for this? Yes, of course. If you want to know more about using your calculator in factorization or factoring trinomials like this, you have to watch the video on factorization using your calculator. Okay, I'll just erase these things. Okay, and then next, I'll move on to solve the equation u squared minus 9u minus 10. You know already that the factors of u squared minus 9u minus 10 is u plus 1 and u minus 10. So I can put in u plus 1 and u minus 10, then it equated to 0 since you have now equals to 0 over here. Okay, and then separate the two factors into two solutions. Solution number 1 is u plus 1 is equal to 0. And solution number 2 is u minus 10 is equal to 0. Thus, u is equal now to negative 1 and u is equal to positive 10. So I have now negative 1 and positive 10 as my answers. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, but if I am going to use my calculator, okay, I'll just press mode, equation, which is 5. Okay, then I'll press 3 because it is the quadratic. I'll press 1 because remember it is written always as ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Your a is 1. Your b is negative 9. And the c is negative 10. Okay? So I have to press 1 for the a. I have to press negative 9 for the b. I have to press negative 10 for the c. You will immediately find out, okay, that the answer, one of the answers is 10. Okay, 10 there. And another answer is negative 1. Okay, if you use your calculator. Okay, because in here there is no such thing as there is no statement that you cannot use your calculator, so you can use your calculator. Common sense. Okay, next let's move on to number 2. Okay. Solve 2x squared minus 5x minus 6. Okay, how do I solve this? If you are going to use your calculator to solve this one, you will see that the answers are not exact. So I'll press mode 5, then 3. Okay. A is 2, so 2. Then I'll have negative 5 as the B. C is negative 6. Okay. I'll press equals. It's not an exact value. Okay. So how will I do this? Okay. You have to use a formula. Okay. And what is that formula? We call this formula as quadratic formula. Okay. This quadratic formula is x is equivalent now to negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay. This will not be written in your exam paper. So you have to memorize this formula. Okay. So, how will I find out what is A, what is B, what is C? It's the same thing. I have written a while ago, ax squared plus bx plus c. So, what is the A? It is 2. A is 2. B is negative 5. C is negative 6. Okay? So, I'll just change the formula in accordance with reference to the A, B, and C. Okay, so I'll change the B to negative 5, so it will become x is equal now to negative 5 plus or minus square root of negative 5 squared minus 4 times A is 2, C is negative 6. Okay. Then I'll bring in 2 times the A, which is 2. Okay. I'll have now x is equivalent to positive 5 plus or minus square root of, okay, negative 5 squared is 25 plus y plus, because negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. Negative 8 times negative 6 is positive 48. Okay, divided by 4. So I'll have now x is equivalent to 5 positive or plus or minus square root of 25 plus 48 is, I'll have 3, and I'll have 73 divided by 4. So you'll get now two things. Okay, don't be intimidated by this symbol plus or minus. It's just mean the first and the second solution. The first solution is you will use plus or addition. 5 plus the square root of 73 divided by 4. Okay, and the second solution is 5 minus. So you will use subtraction. Square root of 73 divided by 4. Okay, then you can use your calculator for this to find out, because it's written here. You have to give your answer to correct to 2 decimal places. Okay, so just need to use your calculator for this. Okay, I have the first solution is 5 plus square root of 73. Okay, then divided by 4. Okay, which is 3.39. Okay. Okay, next I'll have 5 minus square root of 73, then divided by 4. Okay, I have this. I'll change it to decimal. It is negative 0.89. You will notice that I've written it in 2 decimal places because the instruction says so. Okay, so I'll have the answers are 3.39 and negative 0.89. So if your answers in your calculator are not exact integers, then you have to use your quadratic formula. Okay? There's no other way unless you know you're completing the square. If you know you're completing the square, it would be easy. If you have mastered already you're completing the square. But I always suggest my students to use, okay, I always, thank you Nell, Sim for sharing, okay, Noah Ken Albao, thank you for coming in. Okay. So guys, I repeat what I'm saying. If you have a decimal number in your answer and it is not an exact value or exact integer, then you have to use either the quadratic formula or the completing the square. But I suggest you use your quadratic formula to show everything and get the 4 marks. Okay? Because we need to show everything here. If you don't show all your working, okay, it's written there, show all your working, then you will not get the 4 marks. Okay, there is another method here, which is solving by using the completing the square. You want me to show? I'll show it. Okay. Okay, completing the square is like this. I have to move out 2, okay, and put in x squared minus 5 divided by 2x bracket. Then this 6, I'll move it to the right side or add both sides by 6. It will become positive 6. Okay, this will now give me, okay, this will now give me an idea that I can complete x squared minus 5 over 2x. Okay, I'm so sorry. There's a slight delay on the tablet with the laptop. Okay, so if I will complete this, I will have 2 big bracket x minus 5 over 2 divided by 2 is 5 over 4. Then I have to square that. Okay, then minus 5 over 4, then I have to square it again. Then put a bracket equals to 6. Okay, next I'll now be left with x minus 5 over 4 squared minus 25 over 16 is equal to 3. What did I do? I divide both sides by, okay, wait, I'll just wait. It needs to respond faster. There's a lot of connection, that's why. Okay, so I have divided the 6 by 2, or I divided the whole equation by 2, and then I try to square 5 and 4. 5 squared is 25. Okay, this one. 5 squared is 25, and 4 squared is 16. So I have now 25 over 16 over here. Okay? Next, I am going to put negative 25 over 16 on the other side. It will have x minus 5 over 4 squared is equal now to 3 plus 25 over 16. Okay? I'll use my calculator so that it will be easier. 25 over 16, okay, plus 3 is equivalent to 73 over 16, okay, which will give now a negative x minus 5 over 4 squared is equal to 73 over 16. Okay, I need to square root both sides, and when you square root both sides, there you come up with a positive and negative. Okay, remove that one, it will become x minus 5 over 4 positive is equal now to positive negative. Okay, it will now be equal to positive negative square root of 73, okay, over square root of 16 is 4. Okay, then I'll have now solution number 1 is I'll move x minus 5 over 4, okay, to the right side. It will become positive square root of 73, then plus 5 divided by 4. Solution number 2 is equivalent to negative square root of 73, then plus 5 over 4. I'll come up with the same answer. X sub 1 is equal to, a while ago it is 0. Negative 0. Or x sub 1 is 3.39, and x sub 2 is equal to negative 0.89. There. So this is how you use your completing the square. I'll come up with 3.39 and negative 0.89. If you don't do this, then you will not get 4 marks. Okay, so there are 2 possible methods that you can use. Method number 1 is you use your quadratic formula. Method number 2 is for the additional mathematics students, you can use your completing the square, since you know already how to complete the square. But if you are not yet sure on using your completing the square, you use the quadratic formula. That's the best thing. So I repeat, the best approach for this kind of problem is the quadratic formula, or the using of quadratic formula, if you don't know how to use your completing the square. Okay, let's move on to question number 3. Question number 3 says, show that 5 over x minus 3 plus 2 over x plus 1 is equal to 3 can be simplified to 3x squared minus 13x minus 8. So how are we going to show this? Remember guys, I have taught you about this rule. Okay, I have a over b plus c over d is equal to AD, okay, plus BC over BD. Let's apply this one to the left hand side of the equation. Okay, let us apply that into the left hand side of the equation so that we can simplify this left hand side of the equation and make it as a single fraction. As soon as you have made it as a single fraction, then you can cross multiply, okay, the means and the extremes. Remember, 3 here is over 1. Okay, so let's proceed with that. Okay, I have here 5 times x plus 1 plus 2 times x minus 3 divided by x minus 3 times x plus 1 is equal now to 3 divided by 1. Nagawa mo? Okay, so you have this one now. I'll just expand the brackets. Okay, remember, expanding brackets is very simple. You just need to multiply, for example here, 5 times x, 5 times 1. So 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 1 is 5. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Divided by x squared, because x times x is x squared. X times 1 is x. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. Is equal now to 3 over 1. Okay? Next, you have to simplify so that you can cross multiply. 5x plus 2x is 7x. Negative 5 minus 1, negative 5 minus 6 is negative. Negative 5 minus 6 is negative 1. Then x squared minus 2x minus 3 is equal to 3 over 1. Okay? So you will now notice that, okay, let's just wait for this. There's a delay on the tablet going to the laptop. Wait, Okay, so I have now a single fraction on the left and single fraction on the right. What do I need to do? I can already cross multiply. You multiply 7x minus 1 to 1 and you multiply x squared there. Yo. Okay. And then I'll multiply this denominator x squared minus 2x minus 3 to 3. Okay? So it will now become 7x minus 1 times 1 is 7x minus 1 is equal now to 3 bracket x squared minus 2x minus 3. Okay? So the 7x minus 1 multiplied to 1 and then the 3 multiplied to the quantity of x squared minus 2x minus 3. Okay? And then I have to expand and distribute that 3. It will become 7x minus 1 equals to 3x squared minus 6x minus 9. Okay? And then it will become 0 equals 3x squared minus 6x minus 7x minus 9 then plus 1. So you notice that 7x, when I move to the right side, it will become negative 7x. And the negative 1 becomes positive 1. Okay? Be careful of your symbols or your signs. Okay? So it will now become 0 equals 3x squared minus 13x minus 8 shown. Okay? So that is how you show how to make a certain fractional form, addition of fractional form equals to a whole number. You simplify it and make it a quadratic equation. Okay? So the answer is as step by step like this. If you don't do it step by step, then you will not get the 3 marks that we have here. Okay? Next. Let's move to the fourth question. Or there's a follow-up question here because it's number 1. The follow-up question is solve the equation 3x squared minus 13x minus 8. Okay, let's recall again. What is the formula? Quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay, this is a, this is b, this is c. Okay, a is 3, negative 13 is b, c is negative 8. Oh my goodness, there's a delay. I think I need to update my visor. Wait, Okay. Let's just continue. Please be patient with the delay. Okay. I have now x is equivalent to negative 13. Okay. Plus minus square root of b is negative 13. Then I'll square it. Okay. Be careful also with this. You notice it's a negative number you square. Okay. Take a look at this. Wait, I'll just wait for the delay. I cannot put negative 13 then squared only without a bracket. Okay, I have to put a bracket because b itself is negative 13. Negative is not outside. Okay, just like here, I put negative 13 because b is negative 13 and negative is a different quantity. Negative here is a different quantity into the negative 13. So I'll put negative 13 bracket then square. Okay, then minus 4 times the A is 3, then the C is negative 8. Okay, divided by 2 times the A is 3. I'll have now x is equivalent to 13 plus or minus. Negative 13 squared is 169 minus, so it will become plus already. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 8 is equal to 96 divided by 6. Okay, x is equal now to 13 plus or minus square root of 6, 5, 15, 16, 265 divided by 6. Okay, square root of 265 plus or minus, or 13 plus or minus square root of 265 divided by 6. Okay, so this will now have two solutions. First solution is 13 plus square root of 265 divided by 6, and the second solution is that it is equivalent to 13 minus square root of 265 divided by 6. Okay, wait, I'll take a look at it if I can. I hope it will connect immediately. Okay, there. I have this x sub 1 is equal to 13 plus 2 square root of 265 over 6, and x sub 2 is equal to 13 minus the square root of 265 over 6. I'll just use my calculator. Okay, I have 13 plus square root of 265 and divided by 6. Okay, I'll change the 2. It will give me x sub 1 is equal to 4.88. Okay, remember, you notice here it is 7, 9. It should have two decimal places, so I need to put 7 and make it 8. So it will become 4.88 because we need two decimal places. Okay, so that's the first answer. I'll have 4.88 as my first answer. And then I'll have 4 point. So the second answer is, I'll make this minus. Okay, it should be minus. Okay, I'll have negative 0.55. So negative 0.55. The delay is already not there, but it's a little bit blurred. Okay, next, let's move on to the next problem, number 4. Problem number 4 is a little bit of an application of triangles. The diagram shows a right angled triangle. The lengths of the sides are given in terms of y. So you will notice the sides are y, y plus 2 are the legs of the right angled triangle. We call these two legs. Okay, these are legs. This one, 2y minus 1, is called hypotenuse. Okay. So what does it mean by this? This means that I'm going to use Pythagoras theorem to show that 2y squared minus 8y minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay? Why? Because I can relate all y plus 2 and y to 2y minus 1 by writing y squared plus y plus 2 squared is equal now to 2y minus 1 squared. Where did I base this one? I base this with this a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared, which is your Pythagoras theorem. Okay? This will now become y squared plus y squared plus 4y plus 4 is equal now to 4y squared minus 4y plus 1. Okay, by the way, how did I come up with this? For those who are new, okay, I keep on repeating this lesson. This is a square of a binomial. Okay, square of a binomial says a plus b squared is equivalent to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Means whatever is the first term is your a. Okay, so our first term here in this binomial, y plus 2 squared, the first term is y, so that will become the a. The second term is 2, so that will become the b. So it says the first term is a y. Y, right? Okay, so you just square y, it becomes y squared. Next, it says 2 times a times b. The a is y, the b is 2. 2 times y is 2y times 2 is 4y. That's why it becomes 4y here. Next, the b is 2. You just square the 2, it's 4. Okay, let's apply that also with this one. 2y minus 1 squared. 2y, you square it, it becomes 4y squared. Next, 2y times negative 1 is negative 2y. Times 2 is negative 4y. That's why it becomes negative 4y over here. Then, negative 1 is the b. Okay? The b becomes now negative 1. And then you square it, it becomes positive 1. Okay? Next, let's simplify this. Okay, y squared plus y squared is 2y squared plus 4y plus 4 is equal now to 4y squared minus 4y plus 1. I want to combine similar terms. Okay, I'll make the left side 0. It will become 4y squared minus 2y squared. Okay, minus 4y plus 1 minus 4. Okay, you notice? Okay, what did I do? I have made this, this. The opposite sign, I transfer into the right side of the equation. So this 2y squared becomes negative 2y squared. Okay. This 4y, okay, this 4y becomes negative 4y on the right side. This 4 becomes negative 4 on the right side. Okay. I have now 0 equals to 2y squared minus 8y minus 3 shown. That is the solution for question number 1. You'll get 3 marks. Okay, let's move on to question number 2. Okay, solve the equation 2y squared minus 8y minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, I'm not going to discuss this anymore, but I want to find out what are the values of the y. Okay, because I've discussed already 2 questions about this. Okay, or if you want, since we have a lot of people watching now, okay, I think there are 6 people watching, so I will repeat it. Okay, I will use my quadratic formula. Okay, quadratic formula. So we are now solving question number 2. Quadratic formula says x is equal to negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay, I'll just change the b. Okay, x is equal now to b is negative 8, so it will become positive 8. Okay, I'll do shortcuts. Square root of, sorry, okay, x, yo, x is equal now to 8 plus or minus square root of b squared is, or negative 8 squared is 64 plus, okay, y plus, because it is 4ac. 4 times negative 3, or 4 times 2 is, negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. Negative 8 times negative 3 is positive 28. Okay? Oh, no, no, no. It's positive 24 only. Okay? Positive 24. Divided by 2 times a. 2 is, a is 2, so 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, so I'll have now x is equal to 8 plus or minus square root of 84 divided by 4. Then I'll separate this with 2 solutions. Okay, I'll have 8 plus square root of 84 divided by 4. And I have 8 minus square root of 84 divided by 4. Okay, so 8 now is, x now is equivalent to, I'll use my calculator, 8 plus square root of 84 divided by 4, which will give me an answer of 4.29. and x sub 2 is equivalent to, okay, this will be minus, okay, which will give me an answer of negative 0.29. So I have the two solutions for question number 2. Okay, for question number 3, calculate the area of the triangle. Okay, how do we calculate the area of the triangle? Okay, if I want to calculate the area of the triangle, will I be considering a negative value? Okay, will I be considering a negative value of the y? Oh, sorry, it should be all y here. Huh? It cannot be x. So this should be all y. Okay, this one is y. This one is y. Okay, all y. Okay. So will I be considering a negative value of the y where in fact y is a length? Cannot be. Okay. I can only consider 4.29 as the value of the y. Okay. So 4.29 now as a value of a y will lead us to calculating the area of the triangle. And area of a triangle is equivalent to 1/2 times the base is y plus 2. Y plus 2 means 4.29 plus 2. And 4.29 plus 2 is 6.29. Then the height is 4.29 itself. Okay? Times 4.29. Okay? I'll just plug that in into my calculator. 1 divided by 2 times 6.29 times 4.29. Okay, I'll come up with 13.49 as my answer. My answer here now is 13.49. Or you can write it into 3 significant figures. It's 13.5. Okay, there. This is square units, of course. You have to write it as square units. Okay, but 13.5 as if an examiner sees your answer as 13.5, then definitely that will be considered. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. Number 5, little bit complicated for number 5. Okay, I have here a diagram that shows PQ is parallel to RS. PQ, okay, PQ is parallel to RS. Okay, you will see the marks, okay, and this mark. Okay, so it's parallel, meaning, okay, we have similar triangles over here. This is similar to this one. Okay, even though their size is not the same. Okay, meaning I can equate y over y plus 1, okay, is equivalent to y plus 2 over 2y minus 1. Okay. If you want to know more about similar triangles, if you want to know more about problems like this or similar triangles, okay, I will give you another lesson about similar triangles when we when we are already in the revision for similar triangles. Okay? Okay, why is it equated like this? Okay. You remember when you are studying similar triangles, the ratio of the corresponding sides are always equivalent to one another. So y and y plus 1 are corresponding sides. of the similar triangles. 2y minus 1 and y plus 2 are corresponding sides. Okay? Small over big. Small over big. Okay? So you have this. You use this one to show that y squared minus 4y minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay? To show number 1. Okay? So this one now will become y bracket 2y minus 1 is equal to y plus 2 times y plus 1. Y times 2y is 2y squared. Y times negative 1 is negative y equals now to y times y is y squared. Y times 1 is y. 2 times y is 2y. 2 times 1 is 2. Okay, I'll combine everything on the left side. 2y squared minus y squared minus y. Then this minus y also. 2y will become negative 2y. Then negative 2 is equal to 0. Okay? 2y squared minus y squared is y squared. Negative y is negative 2y minus 2y is negative 4y. Then minus 2 is equal to 0. Shown. Okay, immediately you'll get 3 marks. But again, you cannot show this without this idea. So if you want to learn more about this part, how did I get this? Or how did I find this out? Okay, you have to wait. Okay, you have to wait for the video that I'm going to make about similar triangles so that you will know how did I come up with this. Okay, next, let's move on to question number 2. Okay. Solve the equation y squared minus 4y minus 2. Show all your working. Give your answers correct to 2 decimal places. I will just give the answers for this. Okay, by putting in the mode equation. Okay, mode equation 3. I have y a is 1. Negative 4 is b. C is negative 2. Okay, what are the answers? It is 2 plus the square root of 6. So the first answer here, question number 2, x of 1 is equal to 4.45. But again, you have to show all your working. Okay, I just don't want anymore to repeat the discussion about quadratic formula. X sub 2 is equivalent to, okay, okay, 2 minus square root of 6 is negative 0.45. Okay, I'm not going to consider again this. Oh, sorry, it should not be x, should be y. I'm not going to consider negative value because you see here, it's that one. Okay, I have to write down the length of Rx for number 3. I'm going to consider 4.45. Okay, so it will become 2 times 4.45 minus 1. 2 times 4.45 minus 1 will be equivalent to 2 times 4.45. 2 times 4.45 minus 1. I'll have now 7.9. Okay, again, this is in square units, and the unit is centimeters, so I'll put centimeters squared. Okay, so it's 7.9 centimeters squared. Let's move on to question number 6. Question number 6. A packet of sweets contains chocolates and toffees. There are X chocolates which have a total mass of 105 grams. Now you will notice there are X chocolates which have a total mass of 105 grams. Okay, and I don't know how many chocolates do we have there. Write down in terms of X the mean mass of a chocolate. Okay, the total mass is 105. It is 105 over X. Okay, the mean mass of a chocolate is 105 over X. Okay, because the total mass is already 105, you just basically divide it with how many chocolates do you have. Okay, so the mean mass of the chocolate is 105 over X. So this is of chocolate, so that we don't get confused later on. Next, letter B. There are X plus 4 toffees. So the number of toffees is X plus 4, which have a total mass of 105 grams. Write down in terms of X the mean mass of a toffee. So it will become is equivalent to 105 divided by X plus 4. These are the answers. Okay, you'll get 1 mark each. So take note of that. Mean mass of the chocolates is 105 over X. Mean mass of toffees is 105 over X plus 4. Okay, let's move on to question letter C. The difference between the two mean masses in parts A and B is 0.8. Write down an equation in X, show that it simplifies to X squared plus 4X minus 525, or 525 is equal to 0. Okay, so the mean mass, okay, of the toffees is 105 over X plus 4, sorry. 105 over X plus 4. Then you subtract it with 105 divided by X. Okay, the difference between the two is what? 0.8. Okay, how will I make it X squared plus 4X minus 525? Okay, I'll basically make this as a single fraction. So I'll make this one as a single fraction. Okay, so it will now become 105x minus 105x. Okay, you put the bracket, so that you don't get confused. Plus 105 divided by 105 times 4. 105 times 4. I'll find out 420. Okay, is equal now to 0.8. This should be over X squared plus 4X. Okay, I forgot to write a while ago. So you will notice now that this will be 105x. Romel, 105x minus 420 divided by x squared plus 4x. is equal now to 0.8. Cancel out. It will now become negative 420 over, or I'll just multiply this one, x squared plus 4x2, 0.8 immediately, equals now to 0.8 x squared plus 4 times 0.8, 4 times 0.8 is equivalent to 3.2x plus 3.2x. Okay, I want to divide everything by 0.8. Why do I want to divide everything by 0.8? So that I can remove the 0.8 as a numerical coefficient of the x squared. So I'll repeat that. I want to divide everything by 0.8 because I want to remove 0.8 there as a numerical coefficient of the x squared. Because if you notice here, there is no numerical coefficient of x squared. Okay, you notice there? There is no numerical coefficient of the x squared. Thus, I want to remove that. Okay, if I will remove that, 420 divided by 0.8, 420 or negative 420 divided by 0.8, okay, it will give me 525. This will become negative 525 is equal to x squared plus 32 divided by 0.8 is 3.2 divided by 0.8 is 4x. So you will now come up with 0 equals x squared plus 4x. Oh. X squared plus 4x plus 525. Okay, wait. There's something wrong that I did. Okay. The problem on my working, guys, is that I need to interchange this one. You notice the denominator of this one, the denominator of 105 over x plus 4 is x plus 4, which is bigger than the other one. So this 105 over x needs to be the first, then minus 105 over x plus 4. So let's have a quick change of that. Okay, I'll erase everything. 105 over x minus 105 over x plus 4 is equal to 0.8. I have 105x plus, a while ago I have 105 times 4, 420, then minus 105x divided by x squared plus 4x is equal to 0.8. Okay, so 420 is equal now to 0.8 x squared plus 3.2 x. Then I'll divide everything by 0.8. Okay, I have 525 equals to x squared plus 4x. So 0 is equal now to x squared plus 4x minus 525. Okay, shown. That should be the working. Okay, you notice 105 over x minus 105 over x plus 4. Okay, it cannot be this first minus 105 over x. Okay, it cannot be 105 over x plus 4 first before subtracting it to 105 over x. Okay, 105 over x is larger than 105 over x plus 4. Because you will notice it's just like you see 8 divided by 7 minus 8 divided by 9. Which is larger? Is it 8 over 9 or 8 over 7? 8 over 9 is smaller than 8 over 7. It's the same thing with this. Okay, so it means this will become a negative value. But if I put 8 over 9 minus 8 over 7, okay, this will become a positive value. That's 8 over 9, or the other way around, sorry. This should be negative. Yeah, this should be negative. This should be positive. 8 over 9, 8 over 7 is bigger than 8 over 9. Okay. Getting confused? Okay. Next, let's move on to our question letter D. Factorize x squared plus 4x minus 525. You use your calculator, easier, right? 5, okay, 3. I have 1. I have 4. I have negative 525. Okay, I have, a while ago is 21 and negative 25. I'll put x minus 21 and x plus 25. Okay? Immediately you can give your answers if you have your calculator, right? X minus 21, x plus 25. Okay? Next, write down the solutions of x squared plus 4x minus 525 is equal to 0. Definitely, you will just equate this to 0. Okay? You will just equate this to 0. X minus 21 is equal to 0, so means first, x is equal to 21. The second solution, x plus 25 is equal to 0 means the second solution is negative 25. Just like how it appears in your calculator. It's negative 25 and positive 25. Positive 21. Positive 21 and negative 25. There. Next, letter E. Write down the total number of sweets in the packet. Okay. If I will solve for the total number of sweets in the packet, okay, I have to find out what is the value of that x, okay, which is now 21. I cannot have negative 25. Okay. If x is 21, x is equal to 21, then I can have 21 plus 4 is your toffees. 21 is, what's the other one a while ago? It's chocolates. Okay, we are looking for the total number of sweets. 21 plus 25 I'll have now. 21 plus 25 I'll have 46. So the answer here is 46. Okay. Remember, it says you have this x plus 4 toffees. Okay. Next. Find the mean mass of a sweet in the packet. So if I have 46, okay, if I have a total number of sweets of 46, I'll have 105 divided by 46. Okay, you see there? 105 both. So 105 divided by 46. 105 divided by 46, I'll come up with the min mass 105. 105 divided by 6. It's 17.5. Okay. Next. Number 7. The area of the triangle is equal to the area of the square. Okay. Basically, the area of this triangle is 1/2 times x plus 1 times x plus 2. The area of this square is x squared. Okay. It says they're equal. The area is equal. So how to show this? Okay. You will just have to expand the bracket here. I have 1/2 times x squared plus, okay, x times 2 is 2x, 1 times x is x plus 2, then equals to x squared. Then I'll multiply both sides by 2. I'll have x squared plus 2x plus x plus 2 is equal to 2x squared. Okay. Then I'll be putting in a 0 on the left side. 2x squared minus x squared minus 2x minus x plus minus 2. Okay. 0 is equal now to x squared minus 3x minus 2. Shown. Okay. That is how simple this problem number 7 is. Let's move on to question number 2. Solve the equation x squared minus 3x minus 2. Giving your answers correct to 2 decimal places. Again, you will use your quadratic formula. Okay. B is negative 3, so it will become positive 3 plus minus square root of negative 3 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 2 divided by 2 times 1. So the x value will have 3 plus minus square root of negative 3 squared is 9. 9 plus 8 is 17. I have now the first solution is 3 plus square root of 17 divided by 2, and the second solution is 3 minus square root of 17 divided by 2. So x of 1 now is equal to, I'll use the calculator. Okay, I have 3.56. The first solution. The second solution is negative 0.56. 3.56 and negative 0.56. Calculate the area of the shapes. Again, you don't consider this. Okay, you only consider 3.56. Okay, the area of the shapes. Okay, just square the 3.56. Since the area of the square, okay, the area of the square here, the area of the square is equal to the area of this. So the x is 3.56 already. So you will just basically change 3.56 or change the x to 3.56, then square it. That's the answer for this, which is, okay, 3.56 squared. Okay, you'll have 12.67 or 12.7 centimeters squared. You'll get 1 mark. Okay, let's move to the next question. Question number 8. The area of the triangle is 84 centimeters squared. Okay. You know already that area is 1/2 times base is x plus 17 times height is x is equal to 84. That's the area, 84. Now I'll multiply both sides by 2. Okay, I'll have x plus 17 times x. I'm just doing it step by step. 168. Then I'll have x squared plus 17x. And I'll bring 168 is equal to 0. Done. Shown for question number 1. Okay, factorize x squared plus 17x minus 168. I'll use my calculator. Okay, move again. 5. Then 3. And I'll have 1, 17. Okay. And I'll have negative 168. Okay. It will give me 7. So it will be x minus 7. And the other one is, I put x minus 7 there. And the other one is negative 24. So I'll put x plus 24. Done. Solve. Definitely this is 7 and negative 24. 1 mark, 2 marks, 2 marks. Okay, as easy as that for question number 8. Next, let's move on to question number 9. Roshni cycles 2 kilometers at y kilometer per hour. Okay, remember, speed is equal to distance over time. Okay, 2 kilometers at y kilometer per hour. So you are given the distance and the speed. Okay, then runs 4 kilometers at y minus 4 km per hour. The whole journey takes 40 minutes. Okay, time is equal to distance over speed. Okay, there are two time that you got. You will add those 2 times. It is equivalent to 40. Okay, distance is 2 kilometers. What is the speed? It is y. If the distance is 4 kilometers, what is the speed? It is y minus 4. Okay, so 2 over y plus 4 over y minus 4. The total time that it takes into the whole journey is 40 minutes. Okay, write an equation in y, show that it simplifies to y squared minus 13y plus 12 is equal to 0. This will become 2y minus 8 plus 4y divided by y squared minus 4y is equal to 40. Okay, I will multiply this to this. That will become 2y plus 4y is 6y minus 8 is equal now to 40y squared minus 40 times negative 4. 40 times negative 4 is negative 160y. Okay. Oh, I cannot use 40 over here because it is in minutes and then the speeds are in kilometer per hour. Okay, so I need to write 40 over 60. Sorry, why did I put 16? I need to write 40 over 60. Okay, or 4 over 6. Or this should be simplified to 2 over 3. Okay, I'll erase the other working. So you notice how I simplify things. I'll cancel out the 0. This can be simplified to 2 over 3. Okay? Why did I do that again? Because I am working with minutes, 40 minutes. And you will notice that this is kilometer per hour. Okay? Okay. So this one should be 2 over 3. Okay? So this one now will become 2 times y squared minus 4y, and the 3 will be multiplied to 6y minus 8. Okay? So this will now become 18y minus 3 times 8 is 24 is equal now to 2y squared minus 8y. So you will now come up with 0 equals 2y squared minus 8y minus 18y plus 24. So you will have 0 is equal now to 2y squared minus 26y plus 24. I'll divide the whole equation by 2. 0 is equal now to y squared minus 13y plus 12. Shown. Okay? Next, let's go to number 2. Y squared minus 13y plus 12. Factorize. Okay? I have y minus 12 and y minus 1. Because negative 12 times negative 1 is positive 12. Negative 12 plus negative 1 is negative 13. Okay. 12, I have negative 12 times negative 1 is positive 12. If you multiply, it will become 12. Negative 12 plus negative 1. So if I add negative 12 and negative 1, it will become negative 13. Okay, so the solution here is, or are 12 and 1. Work out Rossini's running speed. Okay, running speed of Rossini. Rossini's running speed will be determined by the value of the y. Oh, speed is equal to distance over time. The time is 40 minutes. Okay. Sorry. Speed is equal to distance. Oh, running only, because there are two things. She cycles and she runs. Okay. She cycles, this is the first thing. She runs, this is the second thing. Okay. I did not notice that immediately. So when she runs, it's only y minus 4. So it will just be 12 minus 4. Okay. 12 minus 4 is 8. Can it be 1 minus 4? No, because there is no such thing as negative speed. Okay. So I have the answer as 8. I'll get 1 mark. I'll get 1 mark and 2 marks. Okay, last question. Question number 10. For question number 10, Eric runs a race at an average speed of x meter per seconds. Okay, x meter per seconds. His time is 3x minus 9 seconds, and the race distance is 2x squared minus 8 meters. Okay, so speed is given, distance is given, time is given. Write down an equation in x shows that it simplifies to. So again, we'll use Speed is equal to distance over time. Okay, for question number 1, it will just be, sorry, I have to erase that. Okay, question number 1, speed is already given, which is x. Distance is already given, 2x squared minus 8. Okay, time is already given, it is 3x minus 9. Okay, just note that this is speed, this is distance, this is time. Okay, so speed is equal to distance over time. Next, I will now multiply x and 3x minus 9. X times 3x minus 9 is 3x squared. X times 9 is negative 9x. Is equal now to 2x squared minus 8. Okay, so you'll come up with 3x squared minus 2x squared, okay, minus 9x plus 8 is equal to 0. So I'll have now x squared minus 9x plus 8 is equal to 0. So this is question number 1 we are able to show. Okay, question number 2. Solve x squared minus 9x plus 8. It didn't say you solve it as quadratic formula, factorization, but for me, factorization is the easiest way here. I have x minus 8 and x minus 1 is equal to 0, so means x sub 1 is equal to 8 and x sub 2 is equal to 1. Next, question number 3. Okay. Write down Eric's time and the race distance. Time is, okay, time 3 times 8 minus 9. 3 times 8 is 24 minus 9 is 13 seconds. Okay, I cannot use 1. Okay, why I cannot use 1? So there are two values of x, right? Okay, I cannot use 1 to change this, because if I will change that to 1, 3 times 1 is 3. 3 minus 9 is negative 6. Is there a negative time? No. Okay, next. Distance. Okay, distance is equal to 2 times 8 squared minus 8. 8 squared is 64. 64 times 2 is 128 minus 8. We'll have 120 meters. Okay, so those are the answers for question number 10. That's the last question that I'm going to discuss for today. It took us how many hours for this? Okay. So tomorrow I'll be discussing ratio and proportion. For those who are not yet used to solving ratio and proportion, you should attend tomorrow. I'll be doing the live streaming or the live revision at 5 p.m. tomorrow. I repeat, at 5 p.m. tomorrow, I'll be doing the live revision on ratio and proportion. Thank you for those who tuned in. Thank you, Neil, for coming in. Okay. I hope you all the best for your upcoming IGCSE exam. Those who are going to take the October-November 2020 examination. Okay? Just come and revise with me if you need a revision with certain topics. Okay? Maybe I'll be posting the revision topic that I'm going to do, so that you are updated with or on where or on what date are you going to attend the revision time. Okay? Thank you very much for tuning in. God bless to all of you. Bye bye.